Good Monday morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Ben Thompson.
And I'm Carolyn Bruck. We're going to get to your day's top stories coming up in a few minutes. But first, Larry, there are some storms rolling through this morning.
Without a doubt, we have a couple warnings to talk about. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Cabarrus and Mecklenburg County till 7:30 this morning. Heavy rain, intense cloud to ground lightning, and a severe thunderstorm warning in effect in Stanley County until 7:45. Winds gusting up to about 60 miles per hour. Intense cloud to ground lightning. P to dime size hail has been reported in these storms. You can see first one Doppler radar of the stormy weather that's tracking across almost the entire area. You can see showers of storms anywhere from the foothills along the I-40 corridor down to along 321. Then there's big storms just south of Salisbury and Cabarrus County, all moving off to the east at about 15 to 25 miles per hour. For today, as we head to the middle part of the afternoon, we'll be in the low to mid 80s with more storms. Slight chance of storms tomorrow, then a big warm up Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Highs each afternoon back into the low 90s, and that's your forecast this morning. Ben?
Hey, thanks. Turning to the big 5 stories of the morning right now in your morning rush. Today, thousands more teachers and students headed back to the classroom.
Good morning. I'm Chloe Leshner at Kingstown Elementary School in Fort Mill. Students will be arriving within the hour to start a very different school year. For the first 4 weeks, elementary age kids will come on a rotating schedule. Then the plan is to have them here full-time 5 days a week. Middle and high school students will stay on the hybrid schedule, coming for in-person learning every other day. There are a lot of changes to get used to inside of the school building. One thing, there will be less of them. 30% of the school population opted for the all-online learning program.
Good Monday morning. I'm Richard Devane here in Lancaster County, where today's school starts for thousands of students. A lot of them will actually be starting from their homes as they go virtually online. About a third of the students will do that. The others will have a combination of both in school as well as virtual learning. One of the issues that the county is looking at, the district says it's having an issue with students being able to access the web portal, so they're asking for parents to please have some patience. They're trying to work through all of these issues.
Today, in-person classes begin also at Johnson & Wales University in Charlotte. Face masks, we're told, will be required, and there will be fewer students per classroom. So the university's dorms, interestingly enough, they are just housing 1 student per room. And because of that, they've actually had to move some students to nearby Doubletree Hotel for the semester.
Carolina Panthers just placed their first player on the COVID-19 reserve list. Defensive back Derek Thomas will now isolate at home. It means Thomas either has COVID-19 or was exposed to somebody with it. The Panthers will kick off the season on September 13th.
Well, this morning, tributes are continuing to pour in from around the world for Black Panther actor Chadwick Boseman. The South Carolina native died Friday after battling colon cancer. And yesterday, South Carolina flew flags at half-staff in Boseman's honor. The governor, Henry McMaster, you see his tweet right there saying to honor the life of Chadwick Boseman, that's what happened. Well, the announcement of the actor's passing making Twitter history as well, receiving, look at all the likes that it received, just touched so many people's lives. Thousands of photos like these coming in from all over the world, popping up online, kids paying tribute to that Black Panther actor. Marvel, the family responsible for making Black Panther, also a dozen of other actors posting videos of support and remembrance for Boseman. There's now a petition in his hometown of Anderson, South Carolina, to replace a Confederate statue at the city's courthouse with one of Boseman. At last check, it had almost 3,000 signatures. Such a fitting honor. And really, when you think about the suffering that he went through and really went through silently, many people didn't know. And in all this was going to help kids in hospitals dealing with cancer.
So sad. I think everybody was shocked by the news when they heard it this weekend. All right, switching gears now. Time to connect the dots when we make the news make sense. After getting coronavirus numbers under control, Europe now experiencing another wave of the pandemic. But the good news is it might not be as scary as it sounds.
Europe is seeing another surge in coronavirus after getting a summer vacation from the pandemic. But there's a bit of good news in the resurgence. Let's connect the dots. The spike in cases is being seen in Spain, France, and Germany, all countries that imposed strict lockdowns in the spring to bring the pandemic under control. And during the summer months, those sacrifices appear to pay off. Residents were able to travel, go to restaurants, reopen popular tourist spots. But now, coronavirus is making a comeback. There is some good news, though. Thanks to lessons learned in the first wave, there are now better treatment options for patients. The new cases are often in younger patients whose symptoms are not as severe. This means hospitals are not being overrun by patients and there are fewer people dying. Government officials say they used the summer break to expand testing and contact tracing programs in preparation for a fall surge. Time will only tell if that pays off. And that is Connecting the Dots.
Now to some stories to help keep you and your family safe and sound. The CDC now says businesses should not argue with people who refuse to wear a mask. We've obviously seen all those videos of the customers, unfortunately, who turn violent or destructive when they're asked to follow the COVID-19 guidelines. The CDC is saying that the worker's safety is the most important thing. So if someone starts yelling or making threats when asked to wear their mask, the CDC is now recommending that that worker walks away and contacts a manager.
If the pandemic has you feeling down lately, consider starting a journal. Health experts say journaling can help your mental and emotional health. It can alleviate stress, help manage anxiety a little bit, and depression as well. Researchers from UNC Chapel Hill found 90% of adults are dealing with emotional distress related to COVID-19. I'm a big fan of gratitude journals. So whether or not you actually keep it in a journal or you write it on a chalkboard or
whatever it may be.
Whatever it takes to take time at the end of the day and sit back and think of some of the things you're grateful for goes a long way.
I totally agree. Well, we've been asking you to send your back to school pictures. We're grateful for that. Here's JT heading into 3rd grade. How cute is this? We want you to keep texting us those photos. Here's the phone number. Do we have it? 704-329-3600.
All right, be sure to tune in and join us every single morning starting at 4:30 a.m. on WCNC Charlotte.